Take over your area.
What's up, guys? Alright, so I had to make this little video. I'm down here by the lake. Beautiful day. Normally I'm not one to talk bad on people, but recently there's been a lot of issues going on with a certain person in the Bigfoot world here. So this video is dedicated to that person. They feel the need to continually write things and say things about certain people, and I was one of those people that were portrayed as a bad person, okay? You know, everybody has their life outside of what they do, and people have morals and respect, and they go about life a certain way. And when this certain person attacks other people repeatedly, it shows what type of person they really are. I've been attacked for doing things on my channel. There's been blogs written about many people. There's always fights that this certain person is having and bickers with other people. They want to, this certain person wants to try to lock down the whole East Coast for Bigfooting. And I've got news for you. That just isn't going to happen. You know, my reputation is my reputation. My morals are my morals. I don't come after people, because then that just makes me as bad as the next. But I will say some things that I'm the type of person to leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Man, I lay you right where you stand.
If you keep pushing and pushing and pushing these buttons, there are going to be a lot of issues. And, you know, it's not all fun and games, because if it were, the people would contact you, or this said person would contact you and say, hey, I'm going to do this. Let's take Richter, for example. Richter's, you know, all fun and games until he crosses the line, even though it's entertainment. So the way I look at this certain person from the East Coast who thinks that, you know, their head is this big, I think it's ridiculous the way that this person acts and just goes crazy. He goes after so many different people, thinking that it's fun and games. I recently seen a blog about homeless people, where Freddie and Connie were being talked about. Now, I don't stick up for anybody, because my research, our research is our research. This is us. I don't stick my nose where it doesn't belong. But the situation is that I've been biting my tongue for a really long time. And I try to be professional in what I say and what I do for the channel, you know? But I'm a real person. And if you cross me, there's going to be an issue. People handle things and take things differently. You know, you still have to go to conferences and shake hands with these people. And, you know, just because you want to be civil, let's say, doesn't mean the person you came after wants to be civil. You always have to keep that in the back of your mind. Always. You get nowhere, really, by going after people. I've learned that. There's no reason to. What are you going to really gain out of it? Self-satisfaction? Clout? Really, I mean, we're talking about Bigfoot here. You know, many of us know it's real in the whole situation, but I don't like to call out names, but after a certain person did a video on me, talking bad on me, about things on my YouTube channel, when it's none of their damn business at all what I do with my channel, or what anybody does with their channel for that matter. So I think everybody needs to step back and put it in perspective a little bit, and start thinking about real life, because behind that keyboard, it's all fun and games to them. But when you cross the line, usually there's consequences to pay for that. You know, the way I grew up here in New York is, if there was an issue, this is how we handled it. And when you step on somebody, they say tread lightly. So when you step on people and repeatedly do things and say things and edge that knife in deeper and deeper and deeper, there's only a matter of time before some type of repercussion happens. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just have and I'm going to be sharing some things in it, you know, and I urge this person, I really do, because I urge this person to think what they're doing to many, many people. And I also urge this person to think before they respond to this, because it might not be the Christmas club that they're looking for, since that person knows exactly what I'm saying. A lot of people know a lot of things, and everybody likes to go out and do their thing. If they can't afford it, they can't afford it. Things happen. That doesn't mean to go after others, belittle others. You know, we're supposed to come together, work as a team. I talk with a lot of people throughout the Bigfoot world here. In my opinion, everybody is separating from social media, just sharing what they share of their own stuff, and they really don't like to interact with many others because of things like this. But behind the scenes, a lot of people talk on the phones, email, text message, instant message. We share things between each other. We take our independent ideas and share them with others. It's critical thinking. And I notice a lot of people are going to be moving away from this said person. This person's been warned, not just by me, but by other people telling this said person that wants to run the East Coast of Bigfooting, that, you know, you need to tone it down 100%. You cannot keep coming after people doing what you do, thinking it's funny. If you want to be entertainment, be entertainment. Get your ass out of the woods. You know, you're never in the woods anyway, but what? 5, 6, 8 times a year. People like me are in every week. Every week. These people don't even go out every weekend. They're too concerned about posting live every 10 minutes, saying what's going on in their life, fighting with their spouses or girlfriends. What is really good? What, you know, if a person has that many issues, they shouldn't be doing this, and their credibility should be, you know, it should be held accountable. When a person also goes out in the woods 97, 98% of the time and finds footprints, that's a good thing, right? But to 97, 98% of the time come out of the woods with a casting is a totally different situation. And this said person seems to, every time they go into the woods, look at my casting, look at my handprint, look at what I have. I've got 427,000 footprints. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. The substrate, the ground soils, there's so many different variables. I can go in the woods and find 10 footprints. You know, people in Idaho and Utah and Colorado and Virginia, here, Georgia, everywhere. We can find footprints. The situation becomes you cannot always cast them. So it goes to say, my point is, this person today used to back up a certain individual in the Bigfoot community, saying, I know there's Bigfoot there, I've seen him, this guy's not lying. Fred, you know, Fred's a good guy. And the thing is, if you're going to back somebody up and then retract that statement out of hate, out of spite, out of jealousy, envy, whatever it is, that shows you that that person is not true, especially not true to themselves or to the community. And I think that needs some adjusting by the Facebook followers. I think they need to pay attention and say, hey, I'm going to back away from that certain individual. Get away from that. Because it's more or less, you know, it's all about coming together. You have a good time. I really wish I could have made the Ohio conference this past year. I had some medical things I had to take care of. I will be there probably next year. We're always invited to a lot of places, okay, guys? A lot of people are. The thing is, you don't want to deal with this kind of stuff that goes on. You know, I try to overlook it. You bite your tongue. You let it go, because that's childish. It's not worth it when you're really trying to do research. So I suggest that the people take a long, hard look at this, you know, this gentleman. I'd say gentleman, but he's really not. That continually bashes people. I would just consider him entertainment. Nothing else. There's no other value. You can have, you know, a business license. You can say whatever you are. You know, but beyond that, it's ridiculous. There should be, if you're a business, have your paperwork, have your checks and balances. If you're borrowing money from people and it goes toward the business, then, you know, the business owes people. You know, there's ways to do things properly. That's not my business. I don't care about that. But when you keep coming after people like me or Fred or whoever it may be, I don't even care, because I'm not sticking up for anybody. It's the whole, it's the spectrum, the whole way that this person handles their social media. I don't think, to me, it's just all about clout. And every time you turn around, there's a new East Coast website or blog or new group. East Coast this state, East Coast that state, East Coast here, there. It's all about popularity. If that's really what you want, is to rub elbows with people you see on TV and things like that, so be it. You don't have to be an asshole to do that. You know, you can have fun, you can be logical, you can critically think, you can get in the woods, you can share your stuff. You can be a genuine good person. It just seems like a lot of people have lost their way. There's just not that many good people anymore, because every time you turn around, they want to stab you in the back. And I'm from New York. I don't take that lightly, you know. People do that up here all the time. It's just not. It's just not the right thing to do. But if there's a situation between this person and me, they need to address me to myself. You know, if it goes beyond that, because right now I'm pissed off. You know, I was talked about in a whole video where the person didn't want to say my name, but put everything about me on blast, or what they think they know about me. And that's the problem with the community. It's not even so much the fighting, it's the false opinions, or I think I know. You have no idea about the next man or the next woman. That's your opinion, that's your thought, especially even with their evidence. Oh, I see that, I don't believe that. Just because you don't believe it doesn't make it not real. You know what I'm saying? So people need to start wrapping their mind around different things. Because it's upsetting. It really is. You delve into so many different things, you want to share different things, and people are so spiteful. They think it's funny, you know, but all your critical thinkers, or a coalition group, or this group, or that group, or team squatching group, who gives a damn what group you're in and what you follow? That's why I started Let's Prove This. Because that's what everybody's goal is, no matter where you come from, no matter what walk of life. Because you're always wanting to prove it. Maybe not to everybody, but at least to yourself. Do you understand? That's why I started that group. We all share our videos, we all do what we do, we have fun in the woods. Because let's face it, when it becomes not fun, why are we doing it? Everybody wants to make money, everybody wants to get rich. Nobody, you know, puts in check their core values of the situation. What they do is based on the response from social media, from the public, you know, things like that. But it's to be said that this certain person held a conference or whatever you call it, and nobody showed up. So maybe that's why he's upset. Nobody showed up because, in my opinion, nobody wants to be attached to something that demeaning, that negative. You know, it's just entertainment. So what could you possibly offer to the Bigfoot community besides ridicule, blame, hatred, causing more rifts and more fighting when people are trying to come together and do the right thing. Even the evidence they have, so-called evidence, circumstantial, is it's lacking. It's terrible. You know, you can teach people certain things, but they don't want to learn because they think they know it all. None of us know it all. We just can't until there's proof, until there's definitive, until it's a body, a part, DNA, until you're in a book that says you found Bigfoot. What does it all matter? Seriously. So, I mean, just put your core values in check. You know, and I've talked to many people that are distancing themselves from this situation and from this person. I'm not a hateful person. I'm open. I like to talk to people. You know, for example, one of the people that years ago, when I started, this person had come onto the scene after me, and I questioned a lot of their things. We all know him, Nathan Rio. I'm not going to put his last name on blast, but of course everybody knows what it is. But the other day I sat with them. They had an open little podcast talk for like an hour. It was good. They shared opinions. Christopher Noel, there were certain people. It's really good, even though certain areas might not jive, but it's good to interact with people and talk about things. And I won't say what we talked about off screen, off recording, but you know, it's pretty good. I'd like to do that more often. That's why I was trying to get Mark in Colorado, you know, a bunch of us that really can come together and not just people. What I really wanted was a researchers podcast, technically, like Callie and Mark and Nathan, myself, you know, Anthony Moffat, a few other people once a week or once every other week to come on and share our thoughts and beliefs and what we learned in the woods those past weeks, so we could talk and everybody could see, you know, what these 10 researchers are out there providing, what we're finding. In a way, we're collaborating as the audience is learning from us, from what we've learned from the woods. We don't know it all. Scientists don't know it all. Science don't know it all. Continually learning, grasp it, take it in. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, but do yourself a favor. Distance yourself from a certain individual that continues to bash people from the East Coast. The Bigfoot researchers. I don't need to mention any names, but he's continually gone after Fred and Connie and many other people. You know, this has gotten ridiculous, and it's time that I spoke out and you know, say what needed to be said. Essentially, this person should just go back to doing what they know how to do, and that's, I guess, Bigfooting or I don't know, whatever. But remember, to this said person, people always talk and know the truth behind things, so that gets out. So I urge you again to think about what you do in the future, or your response, you know, thus far or in the future. You need to take a step back, man. I'm serious. I'm not playing with you no more, and you need to start apologizing to people straight up, including myself, because I don't know what would happen if I ran into you. Straightforward, 100%. So just think about that. Think about what you do, and if it's all fun and games, you know, it is to you, but not other people. But guys, I'm gonna leave this on a positive note, and you know, get the jealousy, the envy, the hatred, get all that out of you. You know, do the positive thing. You'll feel better about yourself. If that's, you know, anything, at least you'll feel better about yourself knowing that you don't have that grudge, you don't have that issue, you don't have to look over your shoulder if you're at a conference. You know what I'm saying? People like me, I'm going to tell you right now, when you talk about me and do these certain things, your morals are not kosher, okay? So I'll put them in check for you if need be. That's what type of person I am. Because the minute you rain on my parade in a more personal fashion, that's none of your damn business, there's beef. Do you know what beef is? Well, I can teach you really fast. Not for nothing, I'm not that type of guy. I'm a really good, genuine person. I help people, you know, give them the shirt off my back, seriously. But things got to change, and this person definitely has to change. So I'll just wait for my apology, and we'll see where that goes from here on out. Because not once have I ever attacked this said person. So that shows me that I'm up here, and that person's down here. So let's just get it right. Keep squatching. Keep it positive, guys. We'll have some more things coming up pretty soon. Got the new camera coming in the mail because we had the other one that was damaged. So hopefully it'll be a good year still. Like to get together with a few other people that I've been talking to. Like to do some more podcasts. So like Mark in Utah and Christopher Noel or Michael Merchant. All you guys that do see these videos. Everybody watches everybody's videos. Let's really get together and just sit down and bullshit. Let's share our thoughts. I don't care where you're from, and I don't care what you believe. I don't care if you believe that damn donkey transforms into Bigfoot. I don't care. It's all about learning, because during your research at one point in time, something is going to happen. And let's say said person says, oh, this happened to me, and this is what I believe it is. A light bulb goes off in your head because you've had that situation happen. And so it doesn't matter. I don't care what you believe, what you follow. As long as you're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, we're good, okay? But it is what it is, guys. I just wanted to be straightforward, honest here. And I'll get back with you pretty soon. Thanks for listening. Keep squatching. Be positive.
Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's all, nigga. Fuck all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thundering, shaking the concrete. Then the shit stopped when I fall the plot. Neighbors call the cops and they heard mad shots. Saw me in the drop, 3 1/4. Slaughter, electrical tape around the